So I've been spending a good portion, well, spent a couple hours today kind of fixing things up on DWL. So if I run a fast fetch, we can see that because one, my background's conducive to it, that I'm actually running DWL Wayland and I've got IPC working properly. So basically what I was doing today is patching one by one each patch that I was applying and testing it to make sure that it worked. So the IPC was the first one that I patched in, and then I further went on and added auto start so that it would be a little bit more convenient for me when I was trying to patch things and actually working on trying to get Waybar working, which this is Waybar. It's basically the same config as River, except for the fact that it doesn't have the mode module or a couple of the others. That's about it. It's like missing one or two pieces of it. That's about it. But other than that, it's the exact same CSS that I've tweaked with some DWL things as well. So this is what my config looks like. So like I said, I was going through here and there and adding stuff. I haven't done too much with the color yet because I was focused on functionality. And so one of the reasons I was going through and doing the patches one by one is so one, it was more convenient to try out different patches and from there be able to figure out which one was breaking the IPC patch. And it was really one small patch that was doing it. So I've got the B stacks, the bottom stacks, the deck one, and then a few others as we're scrolling down here. Oh, again, those values can be tweaked. I've covered it kind of in the past, but there is one small one that is missing here, and it's only one patch that was completely getting in the way. And that was the cyclelayouts. And for some reason, I haven't looked through it as of yet as to why this could possibly have been conflicting with it. But it was the reason why IPC was not working, and Waybar or any other status bar that was using IPC would not work with DWL. And now that I've got it working, I've got my full status bar. You can see the OBS up here because I wanted Waybar mainly because I wanted to be able to have the status bar and a lot of the other status bars, or system tray icons. And a lot of the other status bars do not have a system tray portion at all in the status bar. And that's important for me because of a couple different things. The controller daemon that I sometimes use, OBS sometimes giving me warnings about like things not working, and Steam making it easier to exit out of Steam. So there was that. Oh, let me open up and let me go to a new tab. And then I don't think I implemented switching monitors over. Let me double check that real quick. Did I? I don't think I did. No, it doesn't look like I did. Toggle visibility. Spawn. So again, I've got my browser keys and file manager keys, which are, what is it? Which are up here, those definitions. So it will go in and add those in from there. And they work just fine. So there is that. And finally, if I can find it. No, there is no way to do that. Darn it. So if I go, hopefully, yes, it will. So if I go check DWL, I do have a separate DWL repo set up for it. So I'm going to use this one. Da-ba-da-ba-ba. So this is my repo with all those changes in it. You can see that I've gone through like all of today and making sure that everything was working. So I would end up resetting back whenever I found a patch that didn't quite work or something didn't quite work out. And I had to remember like in different places to test out my config and like modify a couple things to see that everything was working fine. But in the end, it was one small patch that ended up kind of doing it in for the rest of it. But I've got updated DWL and everything to go with it. So if I go into, I was going to change my application menu, but I'm going to go into BE menu because it kind of facilitates the run case better, because Tofi, for whatever reason, does not let you string commands together like this. Like B menu will. So I'm using Sev's pointer constraints patch, which allows me to play games much better than default DWL or a couple of the other patches that are available. So if I load up, I can load up here. I don't think I've updated my Starwind ever. So I can wander out here. I can open up here. And everything seems to work just fine. So if I go into here, yeah, see? I don't even get any weird skips that I had in Sway and a couple of the others either. So that works really, really well. I've only tested it with OpenMW and, well, by extension Starwind. So I haven't quite tried it with anything else. So if I open up and go into Steam, once it comes up, my friend, there we go. We can try a couple other ones that should work pretty well. Hopefully. I don't care right now. It's fine. I've got most of the important Borderlands games already. Maybe. So we will go into home. I thought I changed it so that home was the default, but anyway. We will pick that one. Unless that's a bad option, but we're going to go with it anyway. We're going to skip that for now. So obviously some keys I have to like add back in because I don't have the cycle layouts anymore. But yeah. So we can go into new game. That one. We'll just pick Tuesday right off the bat. Enhanced mode. Start. And the frame drops seem to be a consequence of the game itself rather than OBS instead. So we can see that when it's not downloading stuff, Postal 2 does seem to run okay. Let's give it a second. And for whatever reason, Wayland seems to record quite a bit better than Xorg does. Get rid of most of our jumpiness now. Yep, get that okay. Can't quite leave the window, but, you know, that's okay. Can quit to desktop. But yeah, I think I've got... If I had the cycle layouts, I'd feel a little bit better. But with this, I've got a very, very workable session, and I should be able to do pretty much everything that I was looking at under DWL for the most part, other than the fact that OBS it still has some quirks in any other compositor other than GNOME. So if you enjoyed the video, then like, comment, subscribe, feed the algorithm, boost the video up, share this video with your friends. If you found it informative or you just want to chat, I've got plenty of places in the description, Discord, Guilded, and what have you. Check those out, and I will see you guys in the next one.